It's your girl T here, back with another inspired video. I know y'all are having a blessed day because you're tea timers. It's what we do. Our affirmation of the day is everything in my life is perfect. It's my favorite affirmation and I go to it for everything. So everything in my life is perfect. We have no cares, no worries because our world is perfect. I had a question from a subscriber. How do I change my SP if I want everything about them to change? Do I do individual characteristics about them, or do I just say they're perfect now? I saw this, it was from a year ago. I thought it's still vital that I answer this question for you. I think a lot of you are getting confused. When you see people show up in your reality in a certain way, you think you have to change the person or change the circumstance in order for it to level out in your reality. We are not changing people. We're not changing the circumstances. We're changing our perspective on how we look at circumstances, on how people treat us, the way we look at them, and we are resonating with different versions of people. You see, in our world, everything is already created. If we want to be a lawyer, there's a version of us in a different reality where we are a lawyer. If we want to be a doctor, there's a different reality with a version of us that is already a doctor. So we are trying to resonate with these realities where what we want is already playing out. It's like when you look at somebody every single day and they tell you something about themselves, or they do a different action that you've never seen from them before, and you completely look at them in a different way. It's not that the person is a different person. Well, in a sense they are. You are looking at them from fresh eyes. You're looking at them as a new version of themselves, and they are a new version of themselves because you see them differently. I intend that will make sense. So when you are looking at your SP and they're showing up as a player, they don't call you back, they're showing up as XYZ, whatever way you want to say, in a way that isn't favorable for you, and you're thinking, if I just affirm more, that will change them. You're not changing them. You are affirming more to convince yourself that that version of your SP is possible to allow in. If you are used to, through confirmation bias is what it's called, if you're used to saying things about your SP and it's confirmed back to you by their behavior, you don't have to change their behavior. You just have to reprogram the perception of that person you have within you so that they can show up in a different manner. Like if I'm walking around going, my specific person is such a dog, they always cheat, they never stick with one person, and they show up that way, I'm then convinced within myself that that's who they are. But if I started saying a new story about my SP is loyal. They always stick around for me. They used to cheat, but they said with me, I'm their kryptonite. They can't possibly cheat on me because I'm the best they could ever get. So who are they cheating with? If I started resonating with that story, the way I saw them would look differently to me now, and then they would show up in the way that I am stating, because you are resonating with a different version of that person. It's again an example of a guy or girl who everybody knows has a certain reputation, but then they get with that one guy or girl and they start showing a different side of themselves. Like they used to be a player and they've retired and now they're all about this girl or guy, and they show them that they can be loved, loyal, valued, etc. That is because whatever is within that person that they matched up with is bringing out a different version of that SP than that SP was with the other people. So when you are asking, do I have to individually affirm for each characteristic of the SP? Of course not. What my best advice when recreating an SP in your mind is write your perfect version of what your partner looks like. And then when you've read the list over a couple times, you can say, my SP always shows up the way I wrote down, or my SP always shows up according to my list, or my SP shows up as the perfect version of themselves. And you can title your little list Perfect SP Version. And you can read this list morning and night, or you can just read it a few times and refer back through your affirmation. My SP always shows up perfect for me as per what I put on my list. My SP always shows up the best version of them. I'm so happy my SP shows up as the perfect version. My SP's always been perfect with me. My SP has always been my version of perfect with me. That way, if you use an umbrella affirmation to cover all the things you put in your list, it will cover all those little things that you see that you don't particularly care for at the moment. Another question I had was, how do you affirm yourself out of fear? Well, what happens when you're scared of something, I've explained this in another video, maybe some of y'all didn't see it, is your subconscious goes into fight or flight. That's why the sweating, the raised heartbeat, the constantly looking around to see if there's danger around you, because our subconscious is set up to be a problem-solving field and to keep you safe. It needs to keep you safe, because back in the old days when we were in imminent danger, like when we were going out and hunting and gathering for food and whatnot, there were things around us that were scary and dangerous that we had to forge through to get our basic necessities. Now that things are more convenient for us, our brain hasn't caught up to the convenience of things, so it's still trying to problem solve, keep us safe, etc. So when you are in a fear-based situation where you feel like something is endangering you, you want to say this very potent affirmation: I am safe. Don't worry, subconscious, I am safe. Because when you're telling your subconscious mind that you are safe, it calms you down and it immediately will put you into a more zen state. Because if your subconscious is alerted to the fact that you're safe, there's no immediate danger, it will calm your nervous system down, and that will help regulate your nervous system. You can say things like, I am safe, I feel safe, I am free of anything. That's not a great one. The I am safe is the main one that I'm trying to get across to you here. Saying I am safe is going to regulate your nervous system. And then you can do what's called a pattern interrupt. So when you are having those racing fear thoughts, look and focus on something else, whether it be a picture of a cat that makes you happy, or your kid's picture, or something, just something joyous to interrupt that pattern of fear that's going on in your brain. You can listen to a binaural beat. You can listen to a calming subliminal. Violet Days has a nervous system regulation subliminal on her channel, and what that does is it calms you down when you are feeling those fear-based emotions. There's lots of nervous system regulation subliminals as well, but whatever calms you down in that moment, the main thing I want to get across is saying I am safe is going to chill you out, is going to calm you down and bring you back to a place where you can self-soothe, where you can tell yourself, it's okay, I got you, it's okay, I'm good, it's okay, there's nothing to be scared of. I told one of my best friends the I am safe one, and she confirmed to me how great it works. I use it all the time when my son is freaking out, because most of the kids' reactions are fear-based because they're scared that something's disrupting their peace. I say to my son, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, in a lullaby type way, and I do it for about 1 to 2 minutes, and it calms him right down. My girlfriend saw me calming my son that way and said, that's such a great way to calm down your children. I'm like, yeah, because most of the time when they're crying, they're in fear that they're not safe. That's a basic need that we have, is to be safe. So telling yourself that you're safe is going to regulate your nervous system and put you back into a place where you feel okay and even. Those are the 2 questions I wanted to answer this morning, and I will keep doing these videos to answer more questions as they pop up that I haven't answered previously. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Wednesday. Bye!